Hello, and welcome to the School Library Scoop with Scottie. In today's episode, I am going to show you some of the various language options that are available in our databases. And this question came about from a librarian who has some Spanish-speaking students and was wondering what sorts of resources the South Dakota State Library has to aid them in their research. So I'm going to show you, I'm on the South Dakota State Library website, which is library.sd.gov. And we're going to go down to about the middle of the page and click on databases. So then I get to my whole list of databases, and as many of you know, a lot of the databases work the same way. So I'm not going to show you all of them. I'm just going to show you one. So I'm going to go down to EBSCOhost, and I'll just go to any one of those. The EBSCO mega file will work. And I get to the landing page here. So a couple of things here. First of all, some of you may know that in a lot of the different databases, when you do pull up an article, you can change the language of the article, so you can translate it right on that page. And you can do that here as well, but one cool thing that EBSCOhost does is allows you to change the language of the entire page. So that is done by going up to the top right corner and finding the Languages drop-down menu, and then you can see all of these different languages that it allows you to translate this page into. So since our question was about Spanish, that is what we will click, Español. And now you can see that it has changed the entire page, which is really cool because that's going to help those students navigate this page better instead of just finding an article in that language. So the other quick thing that we can do here before we do a search, and if I translate this back to English for us very quickly, maybe it won't let me right now. My computer has been acting funny today. So I'll just go down here. This is a list of databases, and then this pulls back up in English. So we can select some different databases here that we want to make sure are in our search. And so we're in a school, we're going to maybe click on Middle Search Plus, Middle Search Reference, ebook, primary, we'll do some primary, maybe Funk and Wagnalls, New World Encyclopedia. Okay, so I'm going to accept those. And so now all of those databases are going to be included in my search. And I'm going to do a search for domestic cats. Very broad, I know. We'll do it anyway. So now I have all of these articles that pull up for domestic cats. So the interesting thing now is that this entire page is still in Spanish, but you can see that our articles are not in Spanish. So I'm going to click on one of these articles. Let's go with this first one. So written in English, but here's where you can translate this page into another language again. So I'm going to click on Español and ask it to translate. It might take just a second. There we go. And now it brings it up in Spanish. So now not only is my article in Spanish, but the rest of the page is in Spanish as well. This database doesn't say this, but I know in ProQuest when you change an article, it'll say it was sort of done as a translation on the fly. So it may not be perfect, but it's still maybe better for those language speakers than trying to translate an entire page of English on their own. So that is sort of the basics on how to change that. And now I can change this back into English as well and go back to the main page. So as I mentioned, a lot of the databases work in the same way as EBSCOhost, where you can change the language of your articles once you find an article, but not all of them work in this way where you can translate the entire database basically into a different language. And so that's what's kind of cool about EBSCOhost. I hope that you find this valuable. I hope that you look through the list of different languages here and possibly have some students in your own school that could use this service to help them do research a little more easily. Please let us know if you have any questions, and happy researching with your students. See you next time.